This is from the Wednesday website. The Owls are giving supporters a final opportunity to commit to 24-25 season tickets at current prices for an additional week. Prices were due to increase today, Monday the 8th of July, when this was posted, but following requests from fans, they would allow a little more time to purchase. The deadline will now be midnight on the 15th of July. Amazing. Guys, go and do that, because then you can get an average ticket price of £30 a game if you buy a season ticket. Because guess what? If you buy it on the day, guess what the prices are going to be? Category A. You know Leeds that's on TV, right? If you want to sit in the South Stand, £54. Category A. So I'll read you the COP prices. So Category A games on the COP for an adult will be 45, Category B 42, Category C 39, Category D 36, Category E 33, Category F 30. On the North Stand / Grandstand, adult tickets in Category A are 50, 47, Category B 44, Category C 41, Category D 38, Category E, and 35, Category F. And then the most expensive stand, the South Stand, £54 for Category A games, 51 for Category B, 48 for Category C, 45 for Category D, 42 for Category E, and F is £39. It's just
while you were talking about this, I was laughing because Jake and I were having a full-on scrap in text messages over all of this. And Jake was borderline defending it, and that's not defending
I am
it.
Not defending
go ahead then, Jake.
I'm not defending it. What I was saying to Jack was, overheads, everything got up. Why were we expecting it to be any cheaper? He never made it cheaper. I don't understand this logic where people were expecting it to be cheaper. Look at where the season ticket prices were. They were never going to go down. It was only going to go up. I think when you look at matchday tickets, you're thinking, paying stewards, you're paying for catering, you're paying for this, you're paying for ground staff, it's those kind of things. Everything's gone up. Why do people automatically think that because it's a football club, nothing's gone up? Everything's gone up. Granted, we shouldn't take the brunt of it. There should be sponsorship and stuff like that to do it, which we're not doing, and that's the failing on the club. But at the same time, why do everyone expect it to be what it was? This is what I don't get.
Guys, it's not gone up.
It's cheaper. It's gone down.
It's cheaper. It's gone down.
Yeah. And I said this to Jack. It's like, no, it's not. Like, it's gone down.
It's still ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, but they've gone down.
It's still a ridiculous price, and it has gone down. Here's the thing. We're complaining about this, right? Leeds United are complaining that they're the 37 quid now. I'd love ours to be 37 quid.
Do you know the thing is, though, when we talk about it going down, it's the South Stand mainly.
Yeah.
So the South Stand has gone down from £59 on Category A to £54. The COP stayed the same, and that's the problem, because that's your entry, right?
Yeah.
The COP's actually gone up for some categories. Category A has stayed at 45 quid. Category B last season was 42. It's 42 still. Category C last season was 39. It's 39 still. Category D 36, it stayed at 36. Category E has actually stayed at 33, but we had a Category G last season. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. They've got rid of that, and that's the thing.
This is what I want. Grab the categories, a flat 35 quid across the board, done, and have it set. 35 quid for away, 35 quid for home. Then you don't price anyone out.
Mate, but the problem with that is, if you're looking at that, they're never going to do that, because the category is that would be between Category D and E for every single game, so it's not going to happen. It's a ridiculous pricing structure, because the thing is, I feel it more from a perspective now, right? I'm looking at games. I'm trying to come up with a schedule for the podcast. What am I going to go and cover in the stadium? What am I going to do that? I live in the Northeast at the minute, right? Mm. Probably won't forever, sort of thing. I like to move around. I'm going to have to travel, as people are, and this is more of a personal perspective now, because everybody sees it from their own perspective. I go, right, I want to go to the Leeds game, even though it's on Sky. I'm going to go to the Leeds game, even though it's on Sky, because I want to go to the Leeds game, even though it's on Sky, and they've made it Category A.
Yeah.
Why have they made it category A? So if I want to sit in the south, which to be honest, I've been sitting in the south a little bit recently. I'm like,
54 quid.
Never used to sit here. Good view, like this. 54 quid.
Yeah. I don't understand category A game for when it's a guy game. Surely you make that your cheapest to get more people.
But then I'm paying a fortune in fuel on top of that to get to the game. Parking, whatever. I'm quite lucky in parking situations, but sort of like all of that. And the fact it's been moved to a Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a Friday fixture now, and I've got to deal with that side of it. And it's a home game that becomes more of an away game, basically. And they've moved it to a Friday night, and it's on Sky, and it's category A. It's ridiculous in terms of that. But go on, Jack. What was your side of it with Jake then?
Well, mine was just that how it's mainly the outrage of how can you justify putting the prices up that high? Like, yes, there are overheads. You don't normally put that to this extent on a fan base. Like, you get like Jake was saying there about the sponsorships and stuff. You get the money that comes in from sponsorships to help ease those overheads, so you don't have to price so many people out.
Yeah,
like the GDP of Sheffield is not the same as what it is in London, but for some reason, the club can't see that. The club are doing it as though it was bloody Fulham or somebody like that, and it's not. Well, do you know what's
quite crazy? Like, this is in terms of the general inflation. Everyone's going, "Oh, it's inflation." The reason we're feeling it, I was watching something the other day. Like food, and for example, food has actually gone up quite a few percent over inflation. So things are going up over the levels of inflation. So
and that's why people
that's so they don't have to do it again. You'd think, right? In a few years, they can keep prices plateauing, but we have all been hitting the pocket, and we're feeling it harder because of that. And
if you look at, like, say, a kitchen, when they get hit with a price increase on their ingredients, it goes on the set menus. And normally they do price per head. And it feels like they do price per head on people instead of just the general price structure.
It's just a case of, like, right now, so if I want to make this viable, if say I want to go to, because I want to go to as many games as possible, but man, I'm like, as I said, I moved up. I had to take less work when I moved up here, sort of thing in the temporary. I'm in a situation where I'm not going to be able to go to as much, that sort of thing. And it's not like, oh, woe is me sort of thing. Everyone's got their priorities, and you prioritize life, and football is like, something that you have to make a decision on. But it's crazy that I could go to so many other clubs and justify the spend because the tickets are 30 odd quid. They are 20 something quid. And that makes more sense, because then I'd be paying the price for a ticket. I'd be paying for fuel there and back. I'd be paying for food, all in that £54.
Do you think the league game is a Cat A because it's a rivalry? Because you look at the opening game, that's a Cat D.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be when it's on Sky. That's the problem I've got. If you've got TV money coming, it shouldn't be Cat A.
No. Plymouth game's on Sky.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They're moving it to an A for a category, but it should not be allowed to be a Cat A.
No. What I'm saying is they put Plymouth as a Cat D and it's on Sky. So why is Cat D?
No, but what I'm saying. Yes, I am agreeing with you that it's a category A because it's a rivalry, but I'm saying it should not be allowed to be a Cat A if it's on Sky.
Yeah.
So it's a case of because they've done that.
I reckon if it's a Sky game, you put it as a category F. You make it 30 quid, and then you have the thing.
Fill the ground.
Fill it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that should be a thing. If it's going to get selected for Sky, you change the categorization.
Yeah,
that should be a club friendly move. Oh, you can watch it on TV, or
you can pay 30 quid, or they turn around and said, because it's a Sky game, we're doing 25 quid, and you get a pie, you get a drink and a pie.
Yeah.
Because the logic that they'll be sitting there and going is, oh, well, people will come because of the right, they'll want to be in the ground anyway. Like, the playoffs were on Sky, but people still wanted to come to the playoffs, etc., sort of thing.
Yeah, because they were the playoffs, you know what I mean? It's like, it's
like, I'll be honest, I've got a reason for going. Like, me and my mate are probably going to go to the Leeds game. I would probably sit this one out and watch it on Sky, given the situation, out of protest, if it wasn't for that situation.
Yeah.
But
it basically going, buy a season ticket or buy a membership, or you're going to get priced out on a day-to-day.
But again, unless you live in Sheffield, right? Which a lot of people who we did live around Sheffield, we lived in Sheffield, we moved away. The club's still we'll do a podcast. The club's massive for us. It's part of our everyday life sort of thing. Just because we've moved away doesn't mean we don't get back as much as we can sort of thing. And this prices out those fans. And it's like, I'm not going to buy a season ticket when I can't be there every week, because then it's just a sunk investment, So you do develop the stage of, well, I'll just become a permanent armchair and just watch it all. And they shouldn't be pricing out. We've talked about it so many times, but yes, Sheffield Wednesday is still at it. A few of the ticket prices have dropped. They've got rid of a category. It's too expensive, but at least we are closer to the football matching the pricing, I guess, if Daryl does a season. Because it wasn't.
I think for me, it's just the annoying thing where when you have a season like you just had, surely you can capitalize on more people wanting to come and not price them out. Yeah, and I think that's the bit that annoyed me, because you make the most of the situation you're in, where everyone behind the manager, people are starting to look like there might be a bit of a chance now, and it just. I'm not gonna say it's a problem with it, because at the end of the day, we don't know what pays something, but there's got to be a little bit more thinking about who can afford it and things. Like I said, you bet where you fix it is that the EFL turn around to the whole 72 and go, this is your prices, that's it. And you have to do it because it's now an EFL thing and you can't raise it. But the problem is, where does the owner then go?
Where do you draw the line with financial fair play and stuff like that? With that, because then it's like, if you're going to restrict us, that sort of thing. So it's a mess in general.
Look at the shirt situation. Macron shirts at Stoke, 53 quid, as 69. Same shirt, same brand, same company. It just for
the goalkeeper shirts are literally the same shirt as the other clubs as well. Have you noticed that? Just they've changed the crest.
Yes,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's so cheap.
And one thing that's really incensed me about it as well is these were going to be our prices in League One as well. These haven't changed from. This was literally our League One pricing.
They might not have been.
Yeah, they could have.
I know the season ticket pricings were, and some of them were like 700 quid for League One.
Matchday pricing usually fluctuates a bit more, to be fair,
and
Jack. It usually has a last minute change as opposed to season tickets, because season tickets have got more early bird offers, whereas matchday pricing, usually when you set them, you know where you are. So in terms of the season tickets, you would be right.
To me, it just sort of stinks of like, the feeling was great because of Danny Rule. Let's milk this. It feels like we're being milked a little bit, and I don't like that at all.